Time to play the game!
I am the game!
Someone touched the box. Not out of courage, not out of wisdom, just out of love, or maybe desperation. And everything changed. Walls bled. Chains came to life. Screams filled the silence. A face emerged from the dark, not smiling, not angry, just certain, whispering one line that has haunted our nightmares for generations. We have such sights to show you. That's not a warning anymore. That's a promise. That's an invitation. And with Clive Barker's Hellraiser revival, that invitation is finally playable. This is not a game. This is a ritual in digital skin, an offering to all of us who have long waited for Hellraiser to come home, not to a screen, but into our hands, into our decisions, into our fears. For years, we begged for it, a true single-player Hellraiser experience, not some shallow multiplayer clone, not some DLC cameo. We wanted to live it, to endure it. And now, the box is open. The suffering begins. You play as Aidan, just a man, not a chosen one, not a superhero. Just a man who wants to save Sunny, the woman he loves, who's trapped somewhere no soul returns from. And the only way to reach her is through the Genesis configuration, a new evolution of the puzzle box that doesn't just open doors, it opens truths. It opens torment. This is not the lament configuration you remember. This is something worse, something newer, something hungry. And when Aidan opens it, it's not just the chains that come, it's him, Doug Bradley, the one and only Pinhead. Not recast, not reimagined, not rebooted, returned. A voice that doesn't shout, but lingers. A face that doesn't move, but consumes you whole. And this time, it's personal. Because you're not just facing Pinhead, you're bargaining with him. What makes this game different isn't just the names attached, it's the tone, the texture, the truth of it. From the moment it begins, there's a weight in the air, a smell of rust and regret. And as you move through abandoned churches, broken bodies, and corridors that feel like they were built by forgotten gods, you realize something terrifying. This game doesn't want to entertain you. It wants to change you. It wants to show you who you are when everything is stripped away, when your hope is gone, when your love is fading, and when all you have left is your will to suffer for it. And every step Aidan takes is a test of that will. The Genesis configuration is not a tool, it's a mirror. It gives power, yes, but it takes more. You fight cultists, but they're not just enemies, they're believers. Worshippers of the Cenobites who don't just want to kill you, they want you to understand. They chant in languages half lost to time. They perform rituals you interrupt with blood. They see pain not as punishment, but purity. And worse, they believe in you. They believe Aidan's arrival is part of the prophecy, that he will open the labyrinth not to escape, but to lead. And as you push deeper, dodging blades made of bone and whispers made of guilt, the game begins asking questions you're not ready to answer. Would you die for love? Would you suffer for truth? Would you break yourself to make someone whole again? There are no cheap jump scares here, no QuickTime gimmicks. The horror in Hellraiser Revival is slower, thicker. It builds like pressure behind the eyes. The gameplay forces you to feel the weight of every decision. Your weapons are few, your ammo precious. But your real strength, it's what you endure. The Genesis configuration gives you powers, yes, but every use has a cost. You burn a part of yourself, you lose time, you see things. And sometimes you hear Sunny's voice. Is it real? Is she calling for help? Or is it the labyrinth playing with you, peeling away your sanity inch by inch? And behind it all is Clive Barker himself, not just watching, writing, guiding, carving. His fingerprints are on every line of dialogue, every torn page you find, every grotesque tableau you stumble into. This is not a game made about Hellraiser. This is a game with it, from its soul, from its scars. You feel it in the design. Every Cenobite is not just a monster, but a philosophy with flesh. The puzzles aren't just locks, they're questions. The environments don't just shift, they bleed, they mourn, they remember. And so do we. Because this isn't just new, this is coming home. For those of us who grew up terrified of those VHS covers, who peeked between fingers as chains dragged screaming men into the dark, who whispered Pinhead like he was a demon that could hear you, this is sacred. This is nostalgia made sharp. It remembers everything, and yet it dares to go beyond. It doesn't care what the movies didn't show. It cares only about what the soul can still feel. And if you think this is just another horror game, you're not ready. This isn't fun. This is a challenge, a calling, a confession. And yes, there's controversy. There always is. Why now, some ask? Why single player? Why not multiplayer like Dead by Daylight or Texas Chainsaw? But here's the truth. Hellraiser never belonged to the crowd. Hellraiser is about intimacy, isolation, one man, one box, one choice. It's not meant to be shared. It's meant to be survived. And Revival understands that in its blood. This game doesn't want to be streamed. It wants to be suffered, alone, in the dark, with headphones, with nothing between you and the box. Even the collector's edition feels like a ritual, a glowing Genesis configuration, a statue of torment, a whisper in the mail that says, "Welcome." You don't buy these things, you bind yourself to them. And that's the beauty. This isn't just merch, it's memorabilia from a nightmare, a prayer you can put on your shelf, a reminder that you opened the box, that you wanted this. And then there's Aidan's voice, Xalavier Nelson Jr. Not just a writer, not just a dev, but now the damned. He doesn't just voice the character, he becomes him. Every scream feels real. Every whisper has a weight. When he says they have such sights to show you, it's not mimicry. It's not performance. It's faith. Faith in the story. Faith in the pain. Faith in you. That you'll be strong enough to keep going, even when every door leads deeper, even when every chain pulls tighter. So no, there's no release date, and that's good. Let it cook, let it rot, let it perfect itself in the dark. This isn't a game you rush. This is one you prepare for, one you repent for. Because if Revival lives up to its promise, it will not just be the best Hellraiser adaptation, it will be the only one that mattered. And now the box is open. You touched it, You read this far. You heard the chains. You smelled the blood. You saw the face. You feel that cold weight in your chest. You know something has changed. You can pretend it's just a game. You can say it's just another horror title. But deep down, you know what this really is. This is a calling, a communion, a contract, written in sinew and ink. So light the candle, dim the lights, let the silence in, and wait. Because Hellraiser Revival is coming. It's not just a return, it's a reckoning. And we have such sights to show you.